Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Zlat here if we haven't met before. In today's video, I will show you my current workout routine and the progress that I have made over the past year. I will also talk about what worked well and what didn't work for me so that you can decide if this is the right split for you and your goals. In January 2021, I switched to a push-pull leg routine. What that means is that I was splitting different muscle groups into 3 different workouts without having any training overlap so that I can recover quicker and go to the gym more often during the week. On push day, I would train chest, shoulders, and triceps. On my pull day, I would train back and biceps. And on my leg day, I would train my quads, glutes, and hamstrings. This split could be adapted depending on your recovery, and it can be done 3 to 6 times a week. For me, the sweet spot was 4 times a week based on my recovery, so I was working each muscle group 1 to 2 times per week. The first thing that I loved about this split was that it allowed me to emphasize weaker areas on my body. For example, I had non-existent lats. I had no clue how to engage them. So I was able to include 3 exercises on my back day, targeting them, and it really changed everything. I saw a huge increase in my strength, in the way I looked, and now I have a much more balanced physique. The second benefit of this split was that I was feeling recovered each time I showed up for a workout. So because I had 2 to 4 days to rest after I trained a certain body part, the next time I would go to the gym, I could give it my all at my workout. And the third point I want to make is that this routine is very much upper body focused. So 2 out of the 3 workouts are working out your upper body. So if you're looking for a more lower body or glute focused routine, this might not be the routine for you. But if you're like me and you have weaknesses in your upper body, or you have never trained your upper body, this is a great way to balance your physique. Another thing I found is that this workout was a lot less taxing than what I was used to. I was used to training legs 3 times a week. So now that I had some upper body workouts in there, it just felt that on those days when I didn't want to go to the gym or just didn't feel motivated at all, I could go in and do a much easier workout. And what I mean by easier is just less taxing on your central nervous system. So the motivation to go to the gym for me was much higher. Last but not least, my confidence just skyrocketed. I was bench pressing, using all of the machines available to me in the gym. I just felt like a badass. My comfort level at the gym really increased, which motivated me even more. The only thing that I didn't love about this split was that I wasn't hitting each body part twice a week, which meant that I wasn't optimizing the amount of gains that I could get. However, I am happy with the progress that I have made in my upper body, and I will probably be moving towards an upper and lower body split from now on so that I can target my glutes a little bit more. Up next, let me take you through my workout routine. Starting with compound exercises first. So here I am doing the bench press. This is the exercise that I have been trying to improve in terms of strength. So I usually do 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps on my bench press. I also do 2 sets of just warming up prior to that. I started back in August 2021 just with the bar, and I have worked my way up since then. Things that I try to keep in mind is just keeping my shoulders pinned to the bench and having my wrist in neutral position, as well as not flaring my elbows out, just to kind of prevent any injuries. And I also really try to focus on form first rather than increasing weight too quickly. Next, I move into shoulder press to give my chest a little bit of a break. So I usually do 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. I usually do this exercise seated on the bench with dumbbells, but sometimes I will also load up the easy bar and just do it standing. Moving into incline bench press. So I usually aim for 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. And one thing that I want to stress here is try to not flare your elbows out, and instead of thinking of pushing the weight up, try to think of bringing the weights together and really squeezing your chest. Next, I like to do a little bit of tricep work. My preferred exercise is actually the cable push down, however that machine was taken, so here I'm doing the scalp crushers. I usually do 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps for my triceps. Starting with pull-ups, that is the best exercise in my opinion to build your back. Here I am doing wide grip pull-ups, so engaging my lats a little bit more, and I'm aiming for 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. However, when I was using the assisted pull-up machine, I would even do 4 to 6 reps just to kind of work up in strength. Moving into the lat pull down, this exercise is definitely one that felt really challenging to learn at first. When I tried, I wasn't able to feel my lats as much as I wanted, and a few things that have really helped me is to really bring your shoulders down and back so that you can engage your lats, and think of bringing your elbows to your hips, and over time that mind muscle connection is going to develop. I would not go very high in weight and really more concentrate on feeling your lats. I usually do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps on this exercise. Moving into the seated row, this machine is great because you can either do a close grip or a wide grip seated row, and I usually aim for 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Things to keep in mind are to keep your chest up, really stretch the muscle, and then pull back, engaging and contracting your shoulder blades, leading back with your elbows. Moving on to bicep curls. When I started, I used to only be able to do 3 sets of 4 to 6 reps, and now I aim to do 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Up next are the rear delt flies, and I usually do 3 sets of 15. That's pretty much remained constant throughout the year. In terms of progressive overload, I try to really slow down the movement and contract the muscle, just really feel my rear delt. Moving into the dumbbell row, this is a great exercise targeting your lats again. So I usually do 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps and really try to stretch the muscle and then lead with my elbow to my hips so that I can engage my lats. I like to start my leg day with barbell squats. I usually do 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, and I have really been focusing on having the proper form and proper breathing lately instead of increasing weight so much. So one thing that I'm trying to do is really inhale into my stomach and then brace myself as I go down, and then exhaling at the top. I have also been able to get a lot deeper in my squat, really maximizing the movement and what I could get out of the weight that I'm using, just to prevent any injuries and stress on my lower back. Once I am done my squats, I usually move into my hip thrust. I'll either do heavy hip thrust for 3 sets of 8 to 10, or if I'm doing a bit of a lower weight, then I'll aim for 10 to 12 reps instead. And in my opinion, this is probably the best exercise to build your glutes. It also allows you to overload your glutes a lot. Moving into the Bulgarian split squat for 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. I just love this exercise. If you set it up properly, you're really going to feel the burn in your glutes. So what I aim for is for my knee not to pass my toes and for me to lean forward just a little bit so that I am really feeling the burn in my glutes. I also like to add a little bit of weight, but it's an exercise where I would think that even if you had no weight, it would still be quite difficult, so you could start there. Sometimes I will also just do lunges with the dumbbell, or if you have a Smith machine, it's a great way to overload them as well. For my hamstrings, I like to do RDLs, so I usually do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. This exercise is a little tricky to understand, so you really want to make sure that you're hinging from your hips. This is not a squat, and you want to make sure that you're not going too low with the weights. As well as keeping the weights as close as you can to your body. That way you're not putting any extra stress on your lower back, and of course keep your back neutral. To finish up my workout, I like to do a little bit of abductor work. So here I am doing clamshells for 4 sets of 15 reps. An alternative is just doing seated abductor work with the band, or you could also do side raises with the cable machine. So that is it for my leg day workout completed. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comment section, and I will make sure to share my new workout routine with an emphasis on my glutes. So stay tuned if you want to see that. Subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.